Hey traders, we thought we'd do something a little bit different and interview Nick with some of the questions you guys had in the VIP community and also as our Instagram followers. So our first question for Nick is, how long did it take you to make stable returns in the markets?
So when it comes to stable returns, I've been trading since high school, which is about 5 years now. And so when it comes to stable returns, the biggest thing for me is redefining what it actually means to be a profitable or consistently profitable trader. A lot of times when people, especially myself when I was new to this, they think that a consistently profitable trader is somebody who just makes tons of money. They make boatloads of money all the time in the markets and they're some sort of genius. But the reality about profitable traders is they're just looking to protect their capital and make slow and steady gains. Now, slow and steady is not nearly as exciting as some of the stuff that you see online, where you see in the newspaper some dude who quadrupled his account and made it into a $10 million amount of money. And that's flashy and exciting, but that's not actually what most successful traders are doing. Successful traders are looking to take their money and make consistent returns over time rather than all at once. So once I kind of understood that difference between, it's an overnight riches kind of deal, and changed it to, a consistently profitable trader is just somebody who makes more money than they lose, and over time their value of their account goes up by a more reasonable amount. Looking at things like 2 to 5% per month is, not actually that bad, and if you're really good, maybe even 5 to 10% per month gains on an account is really, really solid, especially if you're asking, look at institutional traders, professional hedge funds, and they would be, foaming at the mouth to make 5 to 10% gains per year. And as retail traders, retail successful traders, we can actually do that consistently and compound accounts very, very impressively over time rather than overnight. So that's the biggest thing, is understanding that difference is key to becoming a consistently profitable trader. And then that process of realizing that took me time. So it took me maybe a year and a half to start realizing that, and really almost 2 years into my trading journey, obsessed about this stuff, always working on trading and investing and reading about it and learning about it and watching videos about it and testing concepts and writing code, all of that sort of stuff. After about 2 years, I started to make some money, and it wasn't grand. It wasn't like I was making a bunch of money. It was just that I was making more money than I was losing, and I wasn't making the same stupid mistakes that I made when I was a beginner. So fast forward 3 years after that, a lot of the principles that I learned, I've just continued to refine, and I've gotten better at doing those good habits and eliminating the bad habits. I think that's really the biggest thing to becoming a consistently profitable trader, is you are trying to go from that bad habits, emotionally driven, weekend warrior type trader that's trying to just gamble and make a bunch of money, and refining yourself into more of a professional who is not looking to have a ton of fun in the markets. They're looking to actually treat it like a business and take it slow and protect their capital first and not worry about how much they're going to make as much as how can I keep the risk on my account to a minimal. So about 2 years is the short answer, and then everything I just said before that is the real long, thorough answer.
So our next question is, how much capital do you need to make a living in trading?
So this is a very, very common question that we get behind the scenes. We get this question often because it's kind of like the life goal of a lot of people who are really into this stuff, is they say, well, I really like trading, but I still have to do a full-time job because I don't make enough for my trading to actually trade for a living. And the reality is that trading for a living is a luxury for anybody to achieve, because the idea of trading for a living is contorted out there with all the, sitting on the beach and sitting there printing money and it's easy and you only work an hour a day. That actually is a realistic possibility in trading, if and only if you have a lot of success leading up to that. What I mean by that is, to trade for a living, you do need a significant amount of capital. You do need a significant amount of discipline and skill and experience to actually get to the point where you can pay your bills and have extra to reinvest and to do whatever else you want to do in life from trading. But that process people kind of look at trading as if, oh, in a year I'll be doing that. And the reality is just so far from that, because to trade for a living, we have to think about some things. I've answered this question a few times on the channel, but the big thing is, if you're going to trade for a living, you have to overcome all of your living expenses, plus all of your random life events that could happen, right? If you get into a car accident or you have to go to the hospital or something terrible happens in your life, you have to be able to support that, right? This is the real life, real world. When you're in the real world and you have stuff happening to you in your life, you have to be able to pay for that comfortably. So you don't want to be super stressed in your trading and trying to trade for a living while also having stuff happen, because let's face it, life happens. So if you have your living expenses, you have unexpected expenses, and then you have a good bit of capital left over, that's where I would say it's reasonable to think about trading for a living. The big issue is, to do that, it might mean you have to have a large capital basis, because it really comes down to a few major factors. How much money do you actually need to live off of your trading? For example, just without your trading, how much does it cost you to live right now? Is it, in the United States, maybe $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month to pay your rent, to pay your expenses, to pay for your car, whatever it is? Maybe that's an average for a single person. Maybe $2,000 to $3,000 a month is reasonable, especially where I live in Atlanta. Rent is expensive, so that might be the bottom of the barrel kind of amount that I need per month to survive. From there, the unexpected, let's say we factor in $200 to $300 per month just as a safety net. So let's say we need $3,000 to $3,500 per month. Well, then you have to ask yourself the part two to that. How much capital do you need? It's different than than other people, because I might need less, I might need more, you might need more, you might need less. Because then you have to say, well, how much per month can I consistently make? Because if you know you need $3,000 per month, and let's say that's 10% of your account, if you can make 10% per month, which is a very, very aggressive, very, very good return, which is unlikely for a lot of traders to do consistently. You might have months where you have more, you might have months where you have less, but average 10% per month is very, very good, and not many traders get that. So you would need to make $3,000, you'd need $30,000 in your account. So in that case, you'd need $30,000 just to pay the bare minimum. If you needed $3,000 and then you needed, maybe $3,500 with comfort, now you're talking, more like 12% or whatever it is of that $30,000 to pay your bills. But to me, that's too close for comfort, because you might have months that are down, you might have 3 months that are down overall, and you don't want to put yourself into those incredibly stressful situations when your income relies on it. So the big thing there is, if you're going to be trading for a living, I like to have more than, having very, very low requirements for me to pay my bills. For example, if I can just make 1% per month or 2% per month, is that going to pay the bills? If so, I'm in a good position, right? So in that case, if I need $3,000, I need $300,000 in an account to make 1% and to make $3,000 per month as a basis. Now, I might have better months than that. I might make 5% one month, or 7% one month, or might lose 2% per month. So having a little bit of that room to mess up, or room for ups and downs, is very, very crucial when it comes to trading for a living. So for me, if I needed, let's say I was shooting for 1% as my minimum, like just as my thing, and I need, let's say, $3,000. $300,000 in an account is a place to start. Now that's a lot, and that's why I said at the beginning of the question, the big thing is that it's a long-term goal for people. People spend their lives working up to having $300,000 in a trading account. And I understand that. That's why it's not an easy road to riches, and that's why it's not as it is hyped up, and it's not, sitting on the beach doing nothing. It's a lot of work to get up to that point. A lot of times you have to save money and build accounts over time to get to that point where you can say, okay, I no longer need the job. The trading account is paying enough to have some and left over. So that's the answer.
Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below and follow us on Instagram at A1 Trading Team to send in any questions you may have for a future video like this, and see more behind the scenes content of what goes on at A1 Trading Team.